Looking down upon the Tower Bridge spanning the Sacramento River here in the capital of California. Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. Hey, Dave.
De'Aaron Fox talked about his mentality on the court. You put the ball in his hands, he says, I'm going to take over the game. It doesn't have to be scoring, just always attacking. Always. You got to be a dog. Don't back down from anyone. Kevin, I know you're a dog. Back to you.
A little intimidation factor, DA. Thanks. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Whiteside is out there with Anthony, and it's Hood in at the 3 spot. And for Sacramento, Fox at the point with Hield to his side. They're the backcourt. Harrison Barnes is out there with Parker, and it's Bagley in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And the game plan against the Blazers, the last few postseasons, has been trapping Lillard and McCollum and forcing someone else to beat you.
Yeah, and you wonder if this is an opportunity for Zach Collins to really step into his own, along with Nurkic, who last year was injured during the playoffs, so that there can be some points and contributions coming from your power forward and center position. That'll ease some pressure on your backcourt.
Now, here's Fox. Barnes outside. It doesn't go for him. Now Portland takes it the other way. Goes up again, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You think about great perimeter shooters, and CJ, not only just statistically, but stylistically, Kevin, his name comes up. He can heat up and get this team going offensively.
Two.
And he knocks down the first one. And that mid-range jump shot discouraged for many players, but not for C.J. McCollum.
I love the way that C.J. can just wind his way to spots on the floor and speeds up when he wants to, not when the defense is asking him to.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Here's Lillard. A shot missing. Good work defensively by Fox. Shot by Hield. Nobody around. Wide open shot is on the money. Hield's got 5 points so far.
And Bagley with a nice job of surveying there.
Fox against Anthony. Now the feed to Lillard. Outside Hood. 5 to shoot. From the arc, trains the three-pointer.
Now defensively, you like to try and run Lillard off of that spot because, man, he gets it going out there, he's going to hurt you.
Here's Fox, and Whiteside sends it back. Anthony against Parker. Here's Lillard. Doesn't go that time. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Outside, Bagley.
Bagley can give you just a little bit of everything on the inside. I know he had a slow start to his rookie year, but really picked it up as he came along and got up to speed, not only playing with Fox, but in the NBA system, and as to where he could be effective.
This is his first free throw of the game. That's good from Bagley.
Marvin Bagley, the second overall pick in the 2018 draft. It's another step forward for him this year.
And so Bagley nails them both.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you going to pick to send to the free throw line? And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
And Lillard kicks to Anthony. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Back to McCollum. Lillard from outside. Again the miss by Lillard. And with Bagley, it was clear just how active he was on both ends.
Yeah, he can do that. He's got that kind of length. He's got a soft touch around the rim. And if he can run out in transition and steal a few easy points, he could be a consistent 17 to 18-point scorer in this league.
Now here's McCollum following the missed shot by De'Aaron Fox.
Well, with his touch from mid-range, Kevin, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Yeah, this is what you love about him, the confidence on that mid-range.
That's a staple of his offensive attack, and proving once again he can do some damage from that area.
And Whiteside sends it back.
When you consider just how long and how big Whiteside is down there, it's not surprising that shot blocking is something he does well.
Pass to Fox. Trains the 19-footer.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Trailblazers trail by 7. Pass to Whiteside. Back to Lillard. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Look, I know everybody wants to play point guard, but when Whiteside starts to do it, look out.
Kings have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Here's Fox. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Whiteside. Sacramento ball. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. The Trailblazers have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Hood, the pass to Anthony. Great D that time from Bagley.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Here's Lillard. Marvin Bagley picking up that last basket. Lillard dishes to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Early part of the season, Brett, did you take a while to get back in the swing of things, or were you ready to go out of the gates?
In order to stay in the NBA, Kevin, no, I could not do that.
Right, yeah.
I could not do that.
You played 14 years.
I loved coming into training camp being in tip-top shape. It really was something I took a lot of pride in, is that I wanted to be going so that our practices for our coaching staff was something we could get through. Now, I understood the role of other guys on the team where it might take a little while for them to get going, but for my mindset and my confidence in the year, I wanted to make sure that the off season and the work that I was putting in, because that's where players improve the most, I was going to come into camp ready to go.
Barnes passes to Fox. From 12 feet out, feeds it to Bagley. And it's good in the assist by Parker. 10 points from Marvin Bagley.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now here's Lillard. 5 points in the game. Yep, that one goes in there.
So compact and strong. Lillard using his frame and still finishes.
Sacramento leading by 9. Drop shot. He takes it up and lays it in.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
From 11 feet away, Whiteside kicks to Anthony. Healed against McCollum. 6 to shoot. Overhealed. And the basket by McCollum.
That's a great read on the pick and roll by McCollum. The defender backing up leaves him no hope of affecting that shot.
Timeout is called. First of the game for Sacramento.
And you look at where the Kings are now as an organization. Did a great job rebuilding with the Cousins trade.
So many fans thought it was a bad deal in terms of talent, but there was so much tumult around that locker room with DeMarcus Cousins. It sort of cleared the deck for them to get themselves younger players, hungry to play and hungry to develop. Now Buddy Hield, a huge part of this team's future, along with De'Aaron Fox and possibly Marvin Bagley.
Kings will go for a different look here. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Bagley. Giles comes in for Jabari Parker. Bielitsa, he checks in for Barnes. And it's Bogdan Bogdanovic in for Buddy Hield. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's going to be on Rodney Hood. And even though he stands 6'10", Holmes plays taller than that.
He does, mostly, Kevin, because of that length. I mean, he stretches out and uses that quick jump and can block some shots and deter a few guys from trying to do some things offensively.
He doesn't get the second one.
And last season for the Blazers, all about bouncing back from their embarrassing first-round sweep at the hands of the Pelicans.
Well, that was definitely a motivator, and I think they put that to bed. Wanted to focus on being the best team that they could be towards the end of last season. And that Nurkic injury really took some wind out of their sails, but they continued to compete and still made noise in the postseason.
And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
With the shot, and he nails the jumper.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. It's a 10-point game. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And Sacramento seems like a great fit for Luke Walton. Team's approach on offense really matches his own. Should never be a shortage of scoring for the Kings.
You wonder how it is that Luke Walton did his studying coming into this season with how much success last year Dave Yeager had in getting these guys to push the ball up the floor. Luke Walton believes that anyone can rebound and bring it up, and they have the kind of guys who could do that on this roster.
Hood drives in. Trent can't hit. Kings leading now by 8. 1:03 left to play in the first quarter. Passes to Simons. His three-pointers off the mark. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Bogdanovic wide open. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. And the Kings lead by 10.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up a little more sense of urgency. And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot often.
Bielitsa inside. Goodbye, Hood. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
And Nurkic gets it to go.
And Nurkic does a great job just keeping the motor running.
8 seconds left in the first. The pass to Fox. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Fox has got 6.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
And so it's the Sacramento Kings up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And we'll be right back after this.
9 times out of 10, he will.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, we've seen the Kings really take control here.
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, they've got Anthony. Collins is out there with Whiteside. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Trent in at the 2-guard spot. 3 on the clock. Three-pointer, Lillard. The rebound by Giles.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Trailblazers trail by 12. Outside Anthony. Rebound by the Kings. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Here's Fox. Lillard with the rebound.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Pass to Whiteside. Lillard dishes to Anthony. Pass to Collins. Fades away. And his third shot of the night, no good, 0 for 3. Pass to Holmes. Now Fox. There's the pass to Giles. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox in the game.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Lillard from outside. Rebound by Bielitsa.
Yeah, and that one way back in the first quarter is the three-pointer that has been his only one of the night.
Fox, no good.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
Now here's Whiteside. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after years and years of rebuilding, the Kings are finally a team on the rise, and they're earning respect. Draymond Green said they've got a lot of young talent, never quit. Probably the fastest team in the history of the NBA. Green said after he plays them, I leave the game exhausted. I go home, I'm dead. And Kevin, we know that Green is pretty accustomed to going all out.
David, he sure is. He's got a lot of engine in him. Thank you so much.
You can see the confidence building right now in Bazemore. His pull-up jump shot on the money.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. You know, Brett, there may be more of an emphasis on team defense than ever before. Who are some of the better help defenders that you've scouted in the NBA?
I put Rudy Gobert #1 on this list because when you think about help defense, usually you're yelling it from the perimeter. And the reason that you're yelling it, Kevin, is that the player that you were trying to instruct or move a certain way has gotten by you. And the help call out is for somebody to be at the basket. Rudy Gobert does that better than anybody in the league. That's why the Utah Jazz have a chance to grow and go deeper into the playoffs. They got a back line of defense, and Gobert is pretty
I
tremendous.
love the guys, and Beverly might be in this category, and Smart might be in this category. They can guard down low. They give a little hedge, and they get back down again where they're supposed to be.
Well, those guys do a great job of harassing out there, Kev.
Yes,
So it's a little bit different in terms of help defense, on-ball defense, the way that Beverly and Marcus Smart and Paul George to that end are able to pester guys. That's one thing, but I'm yelling help because something's gone to Gobert to fix that.
In there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The first free throw is good.
Just get a feeling like Melo has brought some extra energy to this one. This guy eats, drinks, and breathes basketball, but he's at it here tonight.
And here's Hield. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. Barnes, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Hield's got 7 points in the game.
Good job by Hield, just using active hands to tap that one away.
Ariza, right side. Len grabs the board.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Now here's Barnes. That one drops for him. Barnes has got his second bucket.
Got to respect the take charge attitude that Barnes is showing right now.
A three from McCollum. The shot, no good. Now Sacramento takes it the other way.
Wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch and still be a factor. Don't count them out yet.
Trailblazers trail by 16. Here's Anthony. jam by Whiteside.
Well, Whiteside beats everybody to the ball, but then maybe the wingspan helps out. 7'7", reach over the top, snatch that.
Healed against McCollum. Outside, Bagley. Now here's Barnes. He's tightly guarded. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field. And Hassan Whiteside, the kind of player that you love when he's engaged, but Brent, equally frustrating when he's not.
You wonder about the role that he's played, and with Miami taking a bunch of different turns in terms of their roster, where he fit in. Now Portland taking a shot at bringing Whiteside to the Northwest, having him possibly come off the bench and play some minutes to stabilize the second unit. It's going to be an interesting year the way he approaches this one mentally.
Now here's Lillard following the miss by C.J. McCollum. Pass to Carmelo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Overhealed. Lillard misses.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Trailblazers trail by 16. From deep three-point range, an absolute bomb from three-point range. Lillard's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Trailblazers. Sacramento's gotten into trouble with the three ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Lillard against Bazemore. No good there. Good work defensively by Lillard.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
Sacramento making a switch here. Parker's checked in, and a switch here also for Portland. Trent's checked in. Now here's Bazemore. Barnes with it. To the inside. Healed. Looks good. Is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
Oh, great production on the interior right now. 8 straight from inside.
And here's McCollum for 3. Second shot opportunity, and it's laid in by Whiteside. Whiteside's got 4 points in the quarter.
That's just maybe some bully ball from Whiteside. You like to see him get post position where he gets both feet into the paint and wet.
Now here's Healed. 9 points in the game so far. Here's Parker. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, Parker doing a good job of moving his body and playing with pace. He's making the defense get a bit too handsy down there.
And the Kings will go for a different look here. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Bagley. Bielitsa comes in for Barnes. Bogdan Bogdanovic, he's checked in for Healed. And it's Fox in for Kent Bazemore. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for McCollum. Mario Hezonja comes in for Anthony. And Hood subbed in for Trevor Ariza.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Portland shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting, just about 73%. They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
Now, here's Fox. From the high post. And so it's Sacramento looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Harrison's shots definitely falling in the first half. How did you guys get it going?
Just us playing off each other, trying to get to the basket, trying to work it around. When it's balanced scoring like we have tonight, everyone tries to, feed off each other.
Strength in numbers, right? Thanks, Harrison. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway. And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Boy, a lot of energy in this arena tonight. The hometown fans getting after it. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaquille O'Neal's here. So is Kenny the Jet Smith. It was a big-time first quarter from Marvin Bagley. He had 10 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. Shaq, how did you think the Kings were playing?
Well, they really dictated the pace of the game with their transition game. They got out on the break every chance they had, and the time they could push the tempo, they did. And a lot of times it kept the defense scrambling like eggs with the cheese and apple juice.
And Kenny, what did you see from Portland?
They need to make major adjustments on the offense. Whatever their game plan was going into this game, scrap it. It's not been effective. The shots they were taking were not good shots. They need to find a way to spring guys open where they can shoot a better percentage.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Yeah, and the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
Hield and Vaughn are the 2 and the 3. Bagley is out there with Parker, and it's Fox in at the point guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Kings leading now by 13. Here's Bagley. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
Bagley showing his feel right there for the game and that particular play.
Well, some ups and downs for Marvin Bagley in that rookie campaign with the Kings, but you could see the flashes of potential and the tremendous work ethic when he was out on that floor.
Here's Trent. Over Hield. Trent can't hit. Bagley finds Fox. Hield outside. No good from outside. And with Bagley, the mobility he showed for his size is really what impresses you.
And that blend of size and speed is why many feel like he could play across the entire front line. Wasn't in the Rookie of the Year race, but in a few years, he could be right there with the best of the best from that 2018 class. Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Now, here's Lillard. He's got 15. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Kind of nights that gets the front office very excited about Bagley's future.
Lillard outside. Rebound by Parker. Parker's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Hield from outside. Little with the rebound. Trailblazers trail by 18. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Barnes kicks to Fox. Pass to Parker. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got his 4th assist with that. Last one here tonight. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Well, he's always been about speed, even back to his college days at Kentucky, and he's learned how to harness some of that on the offensive end of the floor. De'Aaron Fox picking his spots and looking for areas where he can get to be a little bit more effective.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Simons is checked in. Portland again missing. Kings leading now by 20. Nurkic with the steal. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Parker. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
There's not a lot of question about Jabari Parker's talent. A versatile forward with a tremendous drive.
And Brent, you talk about Fox in the draft. Was viewed as a defensive player.
Well, pretty interesting considering what we've watched over the course of the last year and a half. De'Aaron Fox just out in the fast break and in transition. You wonder if the way the game has changed, Kevin, in the past 3 years, it's allowing a player with the skill set of De'Aaron Fox to really flourish in playing open floor style.
And the Kings with possession. They're on an 11-2 run, and that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Now here's Hield, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Well, that's good teammate stuff right there. Looking for your guys. Buddy Hield has a strong feel for when to give it up.
Passes it to Trent. And here's Nurkic. Here's Simons. The offensive rebound. Out of hand on it. And here we go. Fast break. Barnes has got it. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Parker. And it's 8 points for Barnes.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
The 7th overall pick in 2012 out of North Carolina. Harrison Barnes won a title in Golden State. Signs the big contract with Dallas, but yet to achieve the stardom that many predicted back in high school.
Alex Lenz checked in for Sacramento.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Now Fox. 9 points in the game so far. Barnes outside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
Continues to try to work to find some consistency, does Harrison Barnes, and right there knocking at the defense's door.
Kent Bazemore's checked in for Hield. Greg, you look at Harrison Barnes. What's his best role?
I mean, Kevin, he's a hard worker, able to hit the spot-up 3. Defensively, his strength gives him some versatility, just a solid contributor.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Bazemore. Bielitsa, he's checked in for Sacramento. Clock at 6. That's a 2 from Hood, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Here's Bazemore. Lays it up and banks it in. Bazemore's got his second bucket tonight.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Pick off in midair. It's Bielitsa, but they recover it. Len passes to Fox. And the baseline jumper, no good.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Well, they've been striving towards it for years now, and the Kings are finally one of the premier up-tempo teams.
Well, it works for them when you have a guy like De'Aaron Fox out there to blast off on any possession. You surround him with great shooters in Bogdanovich and Hield. Puts a lot of pressure on the defense on a nightly basis throughout the course of a regular season.
Here's Giles. And the pass to Bielitsa. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Fox. A three-pointer off the mark. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. McCollum, no good. Here's Sacramento. They're on a 19-5 run here. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Back to Fox. Makes it off the glass. Fox has got 11 points.
So slick with the ball. Fox getting in there and busting out a few moves.
Simons, the pass to McCollum. Knocks down the three ball.
This is what he does. Find space on the perimeter and then sink the three.
The Kings have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. McCollum against Bogdanovich. To the middle. Deflects the pass. Stolen by McCollum. Here's Anthony. And it's Anthony with the jam.
I like how active McCollum was there on defense. Not afraid to poke his hands in there at the right time. Very opportunistic score there.
Now, here's Fox. He's got 11. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Shoots it up. Good D by McCollum. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Lobs it up for Anthony. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And it goes down 2 points. And that's 13 points for De'Aaron Fox.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's McCollum. 8 points for him. Pass to Carmelo. Over Giles. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by McCollum. 6 points for Carmelo Anthony.
Carmelo special right there, playing in the mid-range. It's pretty much been his home his entire career.
And here is Fox. 13 points in the game. Outside Bogdanovich. The three. He can't hit that time. And so it's Sacramento finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And here now the Kings, and on the floor for Portland here in the fourth. They've got Whiteside. Anthony is out there with Trevor Ariza. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Trent in at the one spot.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Each year, so many coaching changes. Brent, do you feel they generally get too much blame when things go wrong?
I don't know if blame is the word, Kevin. That's just the easy out for a lot of organizations that want to make some changes. The main thing that's frustrating, I think, for the coaching fraternity is patience. You have to be realistic about the potential of your team and how much time it takes to grow what it is that coach's culture is all about. That's where teams sometimes lose out and give up on somebody a little bit early.
But these guys go into it eyes wide open.
Oh, there's no question about it. And really good coaches in the NBA know that it might not last all that long. So they're going to be who they are. That's who you want to hire. Hire a coach who knows exactly who he is, both coming in the door and walking away.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Bielitsa. Brewer comes in for Bogdanovich. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Fox.
that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
And Bazemore kicks to Joseph. Back to Bazemore. Now here's Brewer. He's guarded by McCollum. Bagley the pass to Bazemore. Hands it from downtown.
Well, once Bazemore gets the ball off the pass, he immediately skies up for the jump shot and nails it. You like to see that kind of assertive, aggressive, confident attitude.
Kept alive. Here's Whiteside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The first free throw is good. Alex Lung's checked in for Bagley. Both shots good from the stripe.
Well, you watch Whiteside out there and you understand just how much of an impact he can make with his defense. Great length, great timing, and makes some offenses change the way they're going to attack you just because of his size alone.
Anthony can't hit.
The defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
And he's easily been their best rebounder tonight.
Well, he's been everywhere, and collecting those rebounds, that ends any kind of offensive possession and gets them started.
7'7" wingspan of Whiteside, definitely a game changer for defense.
Interesting pickup here for the Blazers as they've added Whiteside to back up Nurkic at the 5 position, and an interesting center in the Western Conference. How will he adjust to the pace and maybe the style of play out west?
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Now, here's Parker. Parker double-teamed. Bazemore finds Joseph. And the 3 off target. Portland's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Here's Anthony. Rebound by Parker. Parker's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Pass to Joseph. Now here's Bazemore. To the paint. And it's Brewer. Finishing it off.
Kent Bazemore knows that his contributions come from being active and Bazemore becoming a better passer.
Looking to end his cold spell, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Well, Portland being up there in the PNW, that's the Pacific Northwest, always means a lot of air miles. Matter of fact, they lead the league pretty much every year in distance travel.
Damian Lillard, he's checked in for Anthony Simmons.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Well, this kind of effort will energize the team and get you going, just gobbling up every board.
Great, you talk about all that travel for the Blazers. That can wear you down.
Well, interesting. The Blazers have done some particular things off the floor for their players, bringing in UV lights into the locker rooms, coffee before the game. It's very much hipster Pacific Northwest.
Here's Joseph following the score by Damian Lillard. Bazemore with it and stolen by Lillard. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Lillard with the ball. Basket good. 9 points for Carmelo Anthony.
Not sure which clips they watched at halftime, but he has figured out how to attack the D, and they kept him in check in the first half. He's flipped it.
Now here's Lamb. Brent, a few players now host podcasts, participate with those elements, with those vehicles during the season. Any thoughts on that?
I think it's great. I think it's fantastic for our fan base and for our players to have an outlet, to have conversations and share a little bit more about their personality. It grows them as people, I think, Kevin, especially I've listened to J.J. Redick's many times over, and you learn something new, not only about players, but about their interests and how they're spending time. And I think if you were a young player, let's say you were a high school senior or you're a college player, and you're listening to some of the things that guys are talking about in their experiences, I think it's invaluable for what it is that you don't know exists around a player in the NBA, and for you to start having considerations about how difficult the task is, how mentally taxing. So these things are great outlets for the players.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. They get Hassan Whiteside. But when it comes to choosing, Brent, the MVP, the Coach of the Year, the Rookie of the Year, all these different great awards, do you like the current voting structure for these big awards right now?
I don't mind the current voting structure. I don't know how you get away from what it is that, in terms of handing people ballots to figure out who it is that they think have earned those awards throughout the year, Kevin. What I don't like about the structure is that you have media members who are voting on things that have huge financial ramifications for organizations. And when that stuff happens with a player who's going to earn a supermax contract because he made an all-NBA team, what you're going to start doing is restricting smaller market teams from being able to afford the ability to keep their star player with the team. And so that needs to be fixed, and fixed immediately.
I do not like the media. Wait a minute.
Wait.
I am the media.
You are the media, Kevin.
Strike that. Let's rewind.
Can we delete that? Second chances are a great measure of what a team is doing in terms of their effort on a nightly basis, and that was some serious effort there.
Here's Len, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Brent, with advanced analytics becoming commonplace in the NBA, which stats do you personally hold most valuable?
Well, it's amazing to talk about effective field goal percentage. I laugh a lot
which is everything shooting, free throws.
Yeah, well, I like to use true shooting percentage, Kevin, because that's where you adopt 3-point shooting percentage, 2-point shooting percentage, and your free throw percentage.
Everything.
But in talking to a lot of people around the league, general managers and coaches, I laugh inside to myself a little bit, like, oh, so now shooting's important? Like what? Like now shooting's important around the league?
Right.
As if, the time that you go out to start playing basketball, you grab a ball, you go towards the goal, and your goal is to make the shot. And so we're talking so much more about how much shooting is valued. Effective field goal percentage is tremendous, with true shooting percentage being not part of the offense.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Kings.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And they've put themselves into the driver's seat in regards to the season series with this team. Tonight's win will give them a 2-1 edge with only 1 left to play.
Oh, that was huge!
Incredible. Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Hood against Bazemore. McCollum feeling it out a bit. 4 on the clock. Passes it to Hood. Beyond the arc. The Trailblazers get it back in a new 14. That's a 2 from Lillard. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Knocked away. Lillard against Joseph. The pass to Bazemore. Hood comes in with the double team. That's a 2 from Parker, and that one goes long. So it's the Kings winning this one easily. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Brent Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.